Okay. Right now I'm using Cloudy Filter. And if you're watching an uncut video, you're not watching the actual vlog. See the description for more details. But this right here, I don't know, to me it just looks better. The color is off a little bit, but it just appears to be better for night recording. I'm using a Hawaii Ascend 2. It has a 480p or I record mode, like VGA mode. And the quality of the sensor is definitely not as good as the newer cameras that are out today, camera phones that are out. The newer camera phones have the capability of recording some good night footage. The Nokia Lumia 920 is the best, even though the color is off, but it does grab more light at night than any camera out there. And then the Samsung S3, the iPhone 5, and the HTC Windows Phone 8X, which are the high-end phones of the market, they do a really good job at recording night video. But since this is the phone I got now, I'm going to go ahead and use the Cloudy Filter at night to record night video. And I think this is probably the best I can get for night use. Like I say, you can see the streets, even though it's red, you know, it's red, but you do get to see a little bit more. Whereas before, all you saw were bouncing lights like this, and that's all you saw were the dots. Whereas now you can actually see some little detail, like, and even when it gets darker here in a minute, it still just does a better job. All right, so I am just chilling right now, and took a day out today, and this is probably the only videos that I recorded tonight. I didn't record anything else today. But I was working on a problem with CRM, and what's happening with CRM is that if you're using Microsoft CRM online, and I do believe it's also happening with CRM server if you have an on-premise server, and you try to port it to your SharePoint site, whether it's online or on-premise, it gives you an error when you try to save documents to a contact. And that error message, it says that an error has, it doesn't say error has occurred, but something similar to that, a message, and that it's not able to map over, use some type of mapping feature. It's not able to map it to the current settings. I called Microsoft SharePoint support, and he came back and said that there have been updates on SharePoint, where SharePoint is now at 15. Of course, a lot of you know already that Wave 15 is coming out, and now what they're doing right now is they're lining up Microsoft Office with the rest of the business productivity sites in software. So SharePoint 15, which is Wave 15, is coming out soon, and a lot of the code is being released a little at a time. And it's only happening to a few clients at a time. It's going to be a slow migration. We're not on Wave 15 completely, but they're adding Wave 15 components into a lot of Office 365 sites. And then, of course, if you need to, you can always get Microsoft Office 15, which will be 2013, but it'll be Wave 15. And so since they're doing that, the list component extension, it goes in the solution area of SharePoint, is outdated. So I uninstalled it and downloaded the 2013 version. He said that was the made a solution. That's why I told him I'll go ahead and do that. If it didn't work, I'll send him an email to let him know that it didn't work. It didn't work. So I'm going to contact him tomorrow, or he's going to get in contact with me tomorrow so that we can find out why, it's doing what it's doing. In the meantime, my clients at Persistence Resource Services are not able to add documents within SharePoint itself. You click on Add Documents, and it doesn't show the window where you can click on Browse and select a file. So before, whereas before what I did was I set up a network drive to the SharePoint site on Office 365, SharePoint, so that they can access the documents in Windows Explorer. And so they're able to access it that way, and they can just drag and drop the files directly into the client folders, but they can't create new folders from CRM, at least until we figure out what's going on with the CRM component and SharePoint. All right, so I probably bored you there for the last 6 minutes, and I'm almost at my location, so peace.